Okay, so let's do a finger picking pattern today. I use this pattern a lot. I'm not really sure if I can't really think of a popular song that uses it, but I use it in a lot of my writing. I use it behind accompaniment for different bands, and I have several songs on Spotify that use some version of this pattern. And I'll show you this pattern with a little chord progression, and I encourage you to sort of manipulate it how you want to use it. So we're going to use some of the techniques that we've done before. We're going to start with, like, our thumb is going to cover the bass notes. Okay, and that's pretty typical of anything that we're doing. So if we have like a G chord, which we're going to start with, our thumb is going to cover this top note. And then what's kind of cool about this pattern is it utilizes two fingers, these two fingers, to play strings at the same time. And we're going to play the D and the G string. So here's what I want you to try. We're on the D and the G. Grab a G chord. We're on the D string here and the G string here. First pointer finger and the middle finger. Just practice kind of doing that. And remembering that we are trying to keep we're not pulling away from the guitar when we finger pick like this. You just need to curl your fingers, use this joint right here with this one, not your whole hand to pull. And same with the thumb. The thumb goes down like this. In fact, I should be able to play the thumb without my other. I don't need to do this, right? It's just. So this is the beginning of the pattern. This is what I want you guys to kind of practice, is doing like. So I can take like a G chord, and because of the fact that I'm playing just the low E string and the D and the G string here, I don't even need to make the entire G chord. I only need this note. So we're going to play G chord, sort of, half G. Kind of hold it for 8 bars or something, 8 beats. E minor, C. You can put the whole C chord down, or you can leave the first finger off because we're not hitting that string. Notice that when I come down for the C, I have to change where my thumb is. My thumb has to come down to this right here. So G, thumb is at the top. E minor, thumb is at the top doing the E bass. C, thumb moves to the A string because that's where the C note is. Now, where I like to take this one is to actually include now the ring finger. But the ring finger is going to be on the B string, and we're going to do it offset from everything. So check this out. We're going to go in slow motion. It's going to go like this. I guess that kind of sound, that just doing it slow like that kind of sounds like that Jack White song. Gonna be friends. That's the one. Anyway, something kind of like that. But here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do this. So I'm doing the bass note, the two middle notes, back to the bass note, then the ring finger note, which is on the B string. So we have thumb, fingers, thumb, ring, thumb, fingers, thumb, ring. Right, now when I go down to the C, remember I have to take my thumb down to this one, but my fingers are going to stay in the same place. So when I go down to the C, I'm still going D and G string, back to the thumb, and then the ring finger is grabbing the B string, which I've placed my finger down because I'll need it. But you could play it open, and that's what I want to talk about. Is now you can take these three chords. Let's say we're just doing this G, E minor, C, and we can actually add some different flavor with the left hand. For example, if I'm playing this, all I'm doing is adding little extensions to the chords. The right hand didn't change, and that's kind of where I want to go with this. So if you can get this pattern down, then just kind of go autopilot with it, right? Rev up the engine, get the motor started, and just let it go, and then just start placing things under it. So I'll just improvise for a little bit around these chords. See what I mean? Okay, so try that pattern. See if you can make heads or tails of it. Just kind of keep it going, right? And just throw some chords. These 3 chords are just an example. You could throw any grouping of chords together to make your own piece. So, all right, try that out and let me know if you have any questions.